So the aim of the experiment is to design a simple DC motor control circuit, and to complete this particular experiment we require Arduino UNO, DC motor, L293D IC, which is called a motor driver IC, then some connecting wires and push button. So these are the component which we require to complete this particular experiment. You can see the circuit diagram right here for the DC motor control. This circuit diagram consists of Arduino, which is present right here, DC motor, then L293D motor driver. Okay, so you know very well that this Arduino having input ports and output ports. So these ports which you can see right here, these are the digital input output ports, and these ports you can see right here, these are the analog pins or analog ports. So these analog ports start from A0 to A5, whereas these digital input output ports start from A0 to A13. So total 14 analog this digital pins are there, or digital input output ports are there, and total 6 A0 to A5 these analog pins or analog ports are there. Okay, this is your Arduino UNO microcontroller. These are the capacitors. Okay, this is the USB drive which you can connect to the computer. This is the reset button. Okay, when you press this reset button, your microcontroller is going to start from the 000 location. This is the battery position where you can connect extra DC battery to start your microcontroller. Okay, and here you can see the motor that should be connected to the motor driver. So generally this motor driver consists of total 16 pins. Okay, and these pins are defined starting from this knob. How you will find out that which pin is first pin? You will see this notch option is available on each of the IC, and on the left hand side of this notch you will find the first pin. Okay, generally this 1 2 3 4 will not be written on any of the IC, but when you see this notch you will understand that on the left hand side first pin is there. Understand the connection first. So whenever you want to derive any motor, or when you want to control the speed of the motor, you have to send the signal from the Arduino. Okay, so that how you can control this with the help of potentiometer. Okay, with the help of some potentiometer you have to give the signal to the driver that I want to increase the speed of the motor, or I want to decrease the speed of the motor. Okay, if I will increase the resistance value, that means your speed is going to decrease. If I decrease the resistance value, that means your speed is going to increase. Okay, so with the help of this particular potentiometer, you can increase or decrease the speed. And that potentiometer is to be connected with this A0 number pin, that is analog pin. So analog pin is connected with the potentiometer. Okay. And plus 5 volt supply is given to this potentiometer, and that should be connected to this enable pin. So this enable pin is used right here to enable the left portion of these IC pins and the right portion of these IC pins. So you have to connect VCC plus 5 volt supply to 16 number pin and pin number 1 to enable these pins. Okay, and you have to send the signal to the particular controller. Okay, and you have to send the output to the motor drivers. Okay, So this motor driver will send the output to this motor using this output 1 and output 2. So this 6 number pin and pin number 3 you have to connect with the motors. Okay, and these 4 number pin and 5 number pins are the grounded pins. They have to connect with the ground. Okay, pin number 7 is the input which is taken from the Arduino. So you have to connect this input from the Arduino board. Okay, then we have to use some push pull switch. With the help of this particular switch you can start and stop the circuit. Okay, and you have to provide VCC supply at the pin number 8. Okay, and you have to make these ground positions with the connections with the ground. Okay, and other pin we are not connecting, so we will remain them as inactive. Okay, or if you want to connect these output pins with another motor drivers, you can connect those with the motor driver also. You will see right here, this is your breadboard. So select this breadboard and drop inside this working environment and rotate this breadboard. Okay, so after selecting the breadboard you have to select the Arduino. Okay, select Arduino, rotate it. After selecting Arduino, you have to select the IC. So what is the IC number? IC number is L293D. Okay, so write in search result L293D. Okay, so you will find this IC, rotate this IC. Okay, so right here you will see one dot is there. So this dot represent that left hand side will be the first pin. Okay, and you will count this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So 8 pins are there on the left hand side, and you will start counting from the downward. So you have to make U shape to count this particular pin numbers. So from this position there is a dot over there. This is the first position of the pin, and this is the last position of the pin, that is 8th number pin. Now you have to count the next pin, that is the 9th pin. So this is the 9th pin, 10 11 12 13 14 15 and 16. So total 16 pins are there in this particular motor driver IC. Okay, so it is also called as a H bridge motor driver. So firstly, we have to make the ground positions to the ground and positive connections to the positive. So first pin is your enable pin, that should be connected to the positive supply. Okay, so what you will do, you will make the connection to the positive side and make the color of the positive as red. Okay, the second connection is this last number pin, that is power number 1, that should be connected to the plus 5 volt supply. So that you have to connect as a plus 5 volt supply. Okay, then you have to connect the ground pins. Okay, so where is the ground pins? When you scroll your mouse over this particular IC, you will find this 4th number pin. Okay, is a ground, and 5th number pin is ground. Okay, so ground you have to connect with the negative and make its color as a black. Okay, and you can see right here the next pin, which is pin number 5th. Okay, that is also ground, so connect it to the negative. Okay, next on the right hand side you will see this is also a ground. So what you will do, you will connect it with the negative, and when you scroll to the next pin you will see this is also a negative. You have to connect it with the negative. Okay, then here you will see this enable 3 4 number pin, that is your positive pin. So positive should be connected to the positive. So make its color as red. This is the positive one. You have to make the connections with the negative. Okay, so short the negative positions, make its color as black, and short the positive connections so that each point will be connected with the positive. Okay, and make it color as red. We have to connect your Arduino board. Okay, so firstly we will give the supply to this Arduino board. Okay, through we have to provide power supply to this IC, and we have to connect the ground pin of this IC. Okay, so you will see right here on the left hand side there is plus 5 volt supply is there. Click on this plus 5 volt supply and connect this plus 5 volt supply with this positive connection. Okay, so we have provided plus 5 volt supply to the circuit right now. Then you will see this ground pin is there. Okay, on the right hand side you will see the ground pin, and you have to connect this ground pin with the negative. Okay, so click on this ground pin and connect it with the negative. Okay, change its color, change its color to the black, so because this is a ground pin. So now our circuit for the positive as well as negative connection is completed. Okay, after this we have to connect the input ports and the output ports. Okay, to connect the input ports and the output ports, what you have to do, what you have to do you have to select the input ports from here and the output ports from here. Okay, so this is your input port, second number pin is your input port. So input port should be connected to pin number 2. Okay, I'm changing these pins right now. So this is to be connected to pin number 2. I'm connecting it to the pin number 2. Okay, so change its color, make a different color like pink color. Let's suppose that we are taking input from this pink color. Input you have to connect with the pin number 3. Okay, so where is the second input? Second last pin from the bottom. So this is when you scroll your mouse over here, you will see the input pin. Okay, so you have to connect this input pin to the pin number 3. Okay, so I am connecting this to pin number 3. Okay, so we have connected the input pins. Now you have to connect the another input pins from the right hand side. Okay, so pin number input number 4 as well as input number 3 is there on the right hand side, so that you have to connect. Okay, so we are using 4 and 5 number pin to connect these inputs. Okay, 4 and 5 number pins to connect these inputs. Okay, everyone, so connect these pins right now. So firstly from this pin number 4, okay, I will select this as an input pin. Okay, and I will make a connection right here with pin number 4. Okay, now I will select this is also a input pin, that is pin number 3, and I'm connecting this pin number 3 to the pin number 5. Okay, till this point, have you completed? Have you connected this particular circuit with the pin number 5 and pin number 4 with the this pin? Quickly give your response in chat. These are all input pins. Okay, this pink color represent all the input pins we have connected. So where we have to connect the output, you have to search for DC motor. Okay, you have to search for DC motor. Okay, so select a DC motor and search for this DC motor. Okay, so DC motor is shown right here. DC motor is shown right here. Select this DC motor and rotate its position. Okay, rotate its position. Okay, so this is the output device which you have to connect with the output. So rotate it. Now you have to select one battery also to give the input. Uh, Ashish is saying no voice. Others, please respond. Voice is clear or not? Ashish is saying no voice. Audible. Ashish, please check your connection. Ashish, check your connection. Okay. So this is your output device which is rotating. That is a DC motor, and we have to select the battery. Okay, to make the working of this particular motor. Okay, and motor driver. So battery we have to select 9-volt battery. You can select. Okay, so this is the 9-volt battery you have to select and rotate this battery. Rotate this battery. Okay, so now what you will do, you have to connect the outputs. So first of all, scroll your mouse over the output side. Okay, so this is your output number 1 on the left hand side. Okay, this is your output number 2. Okay, this is your output number 3 and this is your output number 4. So this is your output number 1. Okay, make a connection from this and connect it to the terminal number 2 and change its color. Change its color. So its color we will set as a purple. Okay, and this is the output number 2 which should be connected to the negative. Okay, so this is the power 2. So positive supply you have to connect with this pin number 8. Okay, so connect it right here and change its color. Change its color. I am changing its color to the red because this is a power supply, and its negative terminal should be connected to the ground. Okay, so its negative terminal should be connected to the ground. You can connect this negative terminal to the ground. Change its color to black. Okay, so after rotating you will find right here, when you see, it shows the wiper. When you scroll the first terminal, it will show you the terminal number 2. This is the terminal number 1. Okay, so terminal number 1 should be connected to the ground. Okay, should be connected to the ground. So click on this terminal number 1 and find the ground pin. Find the ground pin and connect this terminal number pin to the ground. Okay. So here is the ground pin. I am connecting this to the ground pin and make its color as black. Now this center pin is a Viper that should be connected to the A0 number pin. Okay, that should be connected to the A0 number pin. Okay, so you have to connect it to the A0 number pin and make its color as a red. Okay, make its color as a red, or your choice is there, you can change any color. Okay, so A0 is connected with the center number pin, then terminal 2 is to be connected to the positive supply. Okay, terminal 2 is to be connected with the positive supply. So this is enable number 1 pin, that is a positive supply. So you can click on this and move this wire toward the pin number 1 and you can connect it right here. Okay, this is the first number pin, so which is a positive 5 volt supply. Right here you have to connect it with the plus 5 volt supply. So connections are completed right now. Hash and use define, and after define you have to give the variable name which you want to use. It's your choice that motor 1 or input 1, output 1, or you can give any name. So I'm just writing short form, that is M1. M1 is used pin number 2, and I will copy this hash define complete line and I will paste it again. Paste it again. I will paste it again. So right here, the second M2 pin I am using for pin number 3. Okay, and third pin I am using at pin number 4. Okay, and fourth M4 variable I am using as pin number 5. Okay, so where we are using these pins, you can see right here, this is pin number 2, this is pin number 3, this is pin number 4, and this is pin number 5. So these 5 pins we have defined starting from 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 connections are there. They will start from pin number 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have defined these pins. So when you increase this pot value, okay, that should be given as an input to this analog pin A0. So we have to define the function of this pot also. Okay, so we will initialize this particular variable with the integer type of data type. So what is the integer type of data type? It will hold some value starting from 0 to infinity. So I'm using the variable name as a pot, and I will initialize with P0 pin. Okay, and again I am using the integer type of data type, and in this I am defining the variable as a value. Okay, so this is, so after using this integer you have to first close the statement. Okay, close this particular line with the help of this semicolon. Okay, so that means you are closing your line right here. So in void setup, what we have to define? We have to define the pin mod of each pin. Okay, so my first pin is M1. So what is its mod? Its mod is output. Okay, so I will copy this line from here. Okay, and I will paste it 4 or 5 times to define the output. So M2 is also used as an output, M3 is also used as output, and M4 is also used as output. So these 4 pins we have used as output, Now we have to define the serial communication. Okay, so why we are using this serial communication right here? Because when we want to transmit the signal, okay, we have to use this serial communication. Okay, so 9600 is a baud rate which will define the speed of your transmission. Okay, so using that variable, we will take the input from the pot. Okay, so we will define this bell variable and we initialize this with the analog read pin, and we pass the value or name of that variable which we have defined as a pot. Okay, so this variable value is initialized with the input taken from the pot. Okay, and we define its value and we will map these values with the PWM output. Okay, so we will use the function name as a map. Okay, and we pass these values. Okay, right here. Then we will use 0 and 1023, then 0, then 255. So these are the predefined values. Okay, and after that we have to take the serial output. Okay, so how you will give the serial output? Using serial dot print function we are using. Okay, so we print ln means new line. Okay, so print new line function we are using right here, and with the help of this print new line, you will give the value of that variable, that is VAL, inside the brackets. Okay, then you have to send the analog write. So which pin you are using for the motor, M1 and M3 pins you are using. So you have to give the values of this M1 and M3 as a val. Okay, so write inside the bracket as a variable name. What is the variable name inside this bracket? Quickly, we have defined the variable as a val. Okay, and after giving this variable name, you have to use analog write, and put the value variable inside it and close it, and then you have to again use analog write and give the value for this also for M2. Okay, I am copying the same line right here, and I will paste this line, and I will change the variable name. So which variable we are using? M1 and M3. These two variables we are using. Okay, so I am changing this variable as M3. Okay, so one more mistake is there. We have used this distal write val. Okay, so remove it. You have to use the analog write and serial println val. Okay, so it is fine. Okay, you will see the serial monitor right here, and change this potentiometer value right here, and you will see the variation in the values is there. Okay, and I am clicking on this code, and you will see the output right here. Okay, So you will see right here motor is rotating. Okay,